If you're looking for a used vehicle in the Chicagoland area, North Naperville Autos is your one-stop shop for quality pre-owned cars. Stop in and visit or browse their inventory online at www.northnapervilleautos.com. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2007 Toyota Yaris Sedan. Up front is a 1.5 liter inline 4 and down below is a 5-speed manual transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here Yaris Sedan for a couple of reasons. First of all, like I said, it is manual. It's always fun to drive cars that were available in manual variants because they're going away. And so this is a manual Yaris from the factory. I'm excited about that. The other reason is the fact that I brought along today my personal video camera from 2007. This was the first digital video camera I ever got. So I'm going to be getting some cool period correct shots of the 07 Yaris with my 07 camera. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpraedel.com, where you can buy stickers and other merchandise when it becomes available. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form, and you get a video of your car just like the one you're watching about this one. And you could read my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to that 1.5 liter under the hood, making 106 horsepower. Well, this isn't anything new for Toyota. They used it in a bunch of their vehicles in this era. The Scion XB also got a similar engine, and so it's nothing new there. 106 horsepower is not a lot, but you know, it's some. But the calling card of the 1.5 liter is that it gets 36 miles to the gallon on the highway and 29 miles to the gallon in the city, of which it only gets 35 miles to the gallon on the highway for the automatic. So the manual actually has a nicer top gear and actually more gears. So highway, you're gonna get 1 more mile per gallon. If there's any reason to buy the manual transmission, that's it. I like the shifter feel. It's very notchy, very clicky. This is to be expected out of Japanese vehicles. However, the clutch is a little stiff and grabs a little low. Now this vehicle does have 93,000 miles on it, so it could just be this particular vehicle. However, just something that I noted. I like the fact that it is manual. I like being able to decide my own gears, especially in an economy car. If I really want to push fuel economy, I can short shift the ever-living crap out of this thing and get really good fuel economy. So that's a big advantage of the Yaris Sedan. Last but not least, of course, the Yaris is front-wheel drive. So with that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I don't actually have anything directly in front of me. The steering wheel, I also don't have anything on it. I do have a cruise control stalk to the bottom left, but that's it. Everything is smooth. It almost feels as though the plastics have eroded away in here. But off to the left, I do have a climate control vent and a fold-out cup holder. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the 07 Yaris Sedan. And I am very happy to report that I have had the big friggin' bottle in here throughout the entire filming of this video, and it has not fallen out or even shifted around, and it fits perfectly in there. And it's right in front of the vent, so if I want to turn on the heat, I could boil the bottle. If I want to turn on the AC, I can freeze the bottle. So really cool placement, and something I definitely didn't expect out of the Yaris Sedan was a pass on the big friggin' bottle test. But down below that cup holder, I do have my gauge dimmer switch and power mirror adjustments. And then on the door, I have my latch to get in and out, my power locks, and power windows. Moving into the center, this is where you find your gauge cluster. So this actually gets it from the previous generation of vehicle, the Toyota Echo, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But I do have a tachometer off to the left, speedometer in the center/right, and then my odometer to the far right. I don't get a coolant gauge. However, there is a little light that pops up when the vehicle is cold, so you can be mindful of that. But I wish I got an actual temperature gauge, but I guess not the end of the world, just something I would have liked. Down below that, I do have a hazard switch and 2 climate control vents, and then the radio itself. Power on the left, volume on the right. I have a bunch of different favorites, skip track, CD player, and then I get this little digital readout. Really reminds me of like an old Palm Pilot or something like that. Really, really interesting there. Then I do have my climate controls. They're somewhat stacked. So on the left, I have fan speed. On the right, I have where to send it. And then in the center, down below those two, I get the temperature. Sort of looks like a face. A little bit. Then all the way down the center console, I have the shifter. There's nothing else really past it. And the shifter looks very economy, very basic. It's what I expect out of Toyota. Toyota has never, ever been flashy, and so that's very clear here with the shifter. Like I said, it feels good in my hand, shifts well, and I'm pleasantly happy with it. Then I have 2 dead switches and the parking brake, a little 12-volt outlet, and then the center console. Now, the seats are okay. They're very, very basic. However, they kind of remind me of the bulletin board in a technology classroom in the mid-2000s. That might be a really, really obscure reference, but at least in my own junior high and elementary school, we had like a tech room, a computer lab, and it was always super outdated machines. They were either on Windows 95 or Windows XP. The teachers, God bless their hearts, but they were always teaching the computer stuff that came out 4, 5, 6, 7 years prior. And so computer labs, when I was growing up, were like retrofuturism almost, where they're like, look at this new computer, look, I can send electronic mail. And by this time, it was 2007, YouTube had already been invented. So it was kind of this weird mismatch. I feel like that with these seats. I feel like these are like futuristic 80s seats, but they're in a 2007. Like they would have been real cutting edge back in the day, but in 07, they're just like, I don't know. That's the sort of vibe I get from it, I guess. But speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2007 Toyota Yaris Sedan, and first of all, my head's hitting the ceiling. Not fantastic. I mean, the Yaris is a smaller economy car, so not crazy, but would have liked to have seen a little bit more headroom. Knee room, great, and this is my driving position. My knees aren't touching the seat in front of me, and they actually have plenty of space. Couple other things to note. First of all, we do have a fold-out center console with a square cubby. I assume this is supposed to be a cup holder, but I'm not sure. But other cup holder is down here and it folds out. I don't know why Toyota was obsessed with these fold-out cup holders. There's one here, there's one by the driver that we talked about, and there's one by the passenger. I don't know why Toyota was trying to hide cup holders. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I do get that. I don't get any climate control vents or anything else. I get a seat back pocket, and I do have power windows. But that's it for the back of the Yaris. Not great headroom. I am 5'11". I don't know where that puts me. I feel like that's really medium height. But yeah, so in case you were wondering how tall I am, I'm 5'11", and this is what happens. So let's go hop around the very back. We'll take a quick look at the trunk and cargo space, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, so we're on the back of the Toyota Yaris Sedan. Little key lock here. Pop it up. And although this doesn't really want to stay up, watch your head, guys. Stay. We don't really have much in here. I have a decent amount of room. Actually, for a sedan, it actually is a really nice amount of space back here. But other than that, I'm not getting any crazy amenities or stickers or lights or cargo nets or anything like that. But then again, it's a Yaris, you know? What do you expect? Now we gotta talk about the looks, and it's a Yaris. Yep. It's a Yaris. You know. Just gonna wait till this walk around is done. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think finally driving not only a very first year Toyota Yaris, but a stick shift one? Well, I like this little thing. I love the fact that it is a stick shift, and it being a 93,000 mile vehicle, I think everything has held up in here really, really well for the age. I don't see any crazy scratches on materials. The gauges aren't cloudy or fuzzy. Everything in here still works well, and that's why you buy a Toyota. That's why you seek out a Toyota. Like I said with the gear shifter, Toyota has never been flashy. The Supra is like the flashiest craziest thing they've ever done. But for what you give up in curb appeal, you get for reliability, for build quality. This car is not special, it's not unique, it's not groundbreaking. But in the same way that a clay brick isn't groundbreaking or shocking, but we still use it for construction because it just works. And I also find this car really interesting in Toyota's history because the Yaris was sold around the world before it came here to the US, but 2007 was actually the first model year. They started selling this spring of 2006 for the 07 model year here in the United States, but they sold a previous gen worldwide before this. However, we got it here as a Toyota Echo. It wasn't labeled as the Yaris. So this is technically a second gen Yaris, but first gen in America. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge thank you to North Naperville Autos for letting me take out their 07 manual Yaris. Such an interesting vehicle, and I'm glad I was able to drive it, and I'm glad I enjoyed it, really. This is a great economy car. If you're looking for a stick shift vehicle, sure, look at Honda Civics. That's kind of the go-to, but don't forget about the Yarises. Huge thank you to North Naperville Autos for letting me take it out. They are absolutely awesome. They offer financing. They are Carfax certified, as well as they do offer shipping anywhere in the U.S. So if you're in South Haven, Mississippi, you can order a vehicle from North Naperville Autos and they will ship it to you, which is fantastic, and their information is down in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.